Hey guys, how's it going? Uh, it's Friday, TGIF, right? Um, well, pretty uneventful week compared to last weekend. This has been pretty boring. Um, I kind of went a little bit of Christmas shopping and got a little bit of that done. But wow, I'm really pale looking. Hold on a sec, I gotta fix this. This is not good. So before I talk, wait, that'll work. Before um, I get too far ahead of myself, my mom is buying me a flip. I'm so excited. I asked her about Christmas, and she's like, "Well, what do you want?" and all this other stuff, and I'm like, "I really, really want a video camera." Well, I was online yesterday and saw that Wally had had them on sale right now for I think $99 or something like that. I can't do that. But I'm so excited. I'm gonna have a video camera next week. Hopefully. But yeah, this weekend's probably gonna be a little bit boring. Tomorrow is Saturday, which means I'm probably gonna be hanging out with one of my friends and just chilling. And Monday I have a date with a very gorgeous guy. I'm in love with him. He's such a sweetheart. Him and I dated back in the summer, and we kind of had a falling out for a little while, I guess you'd say. He's like the perfect guy though. The only problem is like he's like he's really sweet and he's a great guy. And he's always like helping people and he's such a sweet guy. But he I'm making a deal with him that I would not see anybody until he got back home from the Air Force. He's planning on going into the Air Force, starting off a career and all this other stuff and like he's like we were talking on Wednesday, I think, and he's like, it's not like we're not ever gonna talk or anything. We just gotta wait until he gets out, and hopefully, like, he keeps on telling me he wants to be with me, and he like the things that he does and shows that he does want to be with me. I told him I was just like, I'll wait for you as long as I have to. And I know it's like a stupid little sappy love story. The guy goes off to the military, and then the girl sits home all alone, wishing she could see him and everything else. And it's just, it's, if you, girls, if you find a guy and he's the perfect guy and he asks you to wait for him, just don't break his heart. Because I know like that's happened to me before. Like I was I was dating this guy in basic training and he moved to Chicago and I thought that I could trust him and one little phone call home um to talk to him. I mean, we were already engaged and I was so happy and wow, I look like I'm really squinty right now. Um he wow, this is really bad. Uh he as I said, he moved to Chicago for this job and all this other stuff and he one day we got our phones during basic training and I call him up. I was so excited to talk to him and he like I could hear this girl in the background laughing and carrying on and I figured it was one of his friends And then all of a sudden, I hear this girl in the background say, "Baby, who's that on the phone?" And he said, "Don't worry, it's nobody." I said, "Oh, I'm a nobody?" And he's just like, "I didn't mean it like that," and all this other stuff. And he's like, he keeps on trying to text me and wants us to get back together, but it's like once you find that true love that you can spend the rest of your life with, just keep your mind set on it, even if it takes a couple of years to actually get in a relationship or get married. I mean, I'm 22 years old. I I was engaged to this guy right out of high school. Loved him to death. He went into the Air Force and he died. Well, ever since then, it's just like you try to find that one person to fill that hole. And I never thought I could ever find him again. And once I found Mike, the guy that I'm like talking to you guys about, it's it's a great experience to fall in love again and to actually love somebody and trust them with your whole entire life, your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, and knowing that they love you for who you are and not what you should be or what you should do or things on that level, and it's a great thing. But we get to have a date on one day. I'm excited. We're probably just gonna sit in my house and watch movies. But yeah, just seeing him, it just thinking about it right now, I'm like all giddy. I'm like a little kid again, going on my first date. Like, oh my gosh, my daddy's letting me date. Okay, I want to ask you guys a question. I know there's only a few of you that view my videos right now, but in the future, when you're looking at this video, I want to ask you all a question, and you could either put it in my inbox, your answer in my inbox, or a comment, or on my Twitter, whatever. But there's three questions. The first question is, when did you start truly dating? How old were you? In my case, I was 16. My dad wanted me to keep myself occupied with school. In high school, I was a cheerleader and I was running track. So, I mean, yeah, I was allowed to have a date for homecoming and prom and things like that. I mean, when I went to prom, I was 16, but um my first boyfriend was when I was 16. That was when I was allowed to have a boyfriend. That's when I was allowed to go on dates. I mean, my dad wanted me to have that responsibility because I had a car and all this other stuff. Um, Second question. What is your view on kids that are under the age of 18 having sex? Is it good? Is it bad? I mean, you look on the news these days and like that 10-year-old father, I mean, it's crazy. 10 years old, holy crap. When I was 10 years old, the only thing I was really worried about was what I was going to pick out for clothes for school the next day, things like things like that are are I in my opinion, I think that this is my opinion. I know I may sound old fashioned, but in my opinion, you should at least be 18 years of age to be able to have sex. Due to the fact that if you got pregnant or if you got an STD or something like that, you are now an adult. Technically, you're the only person that can take care of that child. If you're under the age of 18 and you're having kids and everything, I mean, look at that show on MTV, Teen Mom and 16 and Pregnant. I my father would murder me, bring me back to life, make me tell him who gave or got me pregnant, killed that guy, and then killed me again. I mean, my father is extremely old fashioned. And on that note, who here is under the age of 18 and has a child? And if so, how does that work out for you? Do you still live with your parents? Are you living with an aunt or an uncle? Are you living on your own because your parents told you that they didn't want you in the house anymore? Did you give it up for adoption? What? Those are my three questions for this great Friday. It was snowing out today. It was beautiful. But hopefully, hopefully this conversation doesn't cause controversy, because I'd hate to do that. I'm not trying to, but I want your guys' opinions. Please, on the comments, do not judge other people for what they said. And if you send them to my inbox, I am totally fine with that. I will not reveal it unless you allow me to. And and if you want me to, just say I if you're telling me in your comments, I will say it because other people can read it. But if you're putting them in my inbox and you want me to tell, I won't say your name, I won't say anything like that, but if you wouldn't mind me saying what you've written in my inbox, um, of your opinion on all this stuff, um, just say, yeah, it's fine for you to say this on your page or whatever. But if you want me to keep your name out or whatever, I will do that. I make this promise now, and I do not break promises. But hopefully I will hear from you guys. I Every Friday this is gonna be a normal thing. I'm gonna ask three questions, and I'm gonna ask you to put them in my comment or my inbox. And yeah, it's been a good week. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Everybody's probably out of school now if you're in high school or college. I know a couple of people I know are already out with from exams and everything this week. Most people got out the 17th, the week right before Christmas. So have a good and safe weekend. Have a great holiday. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.